There was once an owl who lived in an empty old barn. It was cold, damp, and most of all, lonely. Just the way he liked it. He was a grumpy old owl. One night, the owl was rudely interrupted by a man, a woman, and their donkey bursting through the door. "What are you doing in my barn?" hooted the owl to the donkey. "The guest room was full, and she's having a baby. Well, she's making way too much noise." The owl was growing angrier by the second. "But this is a special baby," explained the donkey. "I don't give a hoot. This won't do." With a flap of his wings, he was off to find somewhere to be alone. The grumpy owl landed in the rolling hills on the edge of the village. That's better. Suddenly, over the hill came dozens of excited sheep and their shepherds. "Have you heard, Barda sheep? The saviour of the world has been born in a barn." "Who told you that?" "Angels appeared in the sky and told our shepherds. Isn't it amazing?" "I don't give a hoot." "We're going to see him now. Won't you come and see?" "I just want to be left alone," the owl replied. The sheep hopped on, joining the parade of laughing, singing and baaing. This won't do. With a flap of his wings, he was off to find somewhere to be alone. This time the owl flew a bit further, to an empty desert. That's better. Out of the dunes marched a camel. "Have you heard? The King of Kings has been born," he murmured. "Who told you that?" "The humans saw a special star." "Well, I don't give a hoot." "We're bringing him gifts. Won't you come and see?" "I just want to be left alone," the owl huffed. As the camel padded on, he was followed by a line of camels and wise men following the light of a star. This won't do. And with a flap of his wings, the owl was off to find somewhere to be alone. This time, the owl flew further than he'd ever flown before. He flew over jungles, swamps, oceans and mountains, until he reached the frozen land at the very edge of the earth. All he could see was snow, and all he could hear was the wind. Finally, a place where he could be left alone. Perfect. Out of the snow sneaked a fox.
"The Creator is doing something special. Can you feel it? The whole of creation is excited."
"I don't give a hoot," the owl grumped.
"Neither do I,"
replied the fox. "I just want to be left alone."
"Well, I know a place where no one will bother you,"
smiled the fox, with a cunning look in his eye.
"Won't you come and see?"
The owl followed the fox into the snowstorm.
"We're here, quick, into my burrow."
"But where will you go?" asked the owl. The fox grinned, revealing his sharp teeth.
"I'm going nowhere."
Suddenly the fox leapt at the owl. The owl backed away from the fox's jaws. He flew out of the burrow and up into the air. "My barn can't be worse than this." The grumpy owl flew back over the jungles, swamps, oceans, mountains, deserts and hills. But as he flew closer to the barn, he saw light spilling out of the doorway. So many noises. There were sheep baaing, shepherds worshipping, chickens clucking, and cows mooing, relatives rejoicing, singing and dancing. This won't do. The grumpy owl was now the grumpiest he had ever been. He decided to wait until everyone had gone. All of a sudden, above all the noise, he heard a low cry of a baby. He looked down, and there, through the crack in the roof, he could see the little baby lying in a manger. Could it really be true? Was this child the special child, the Saviour, the King of Kings? As he looked down into the baby's eyes, something strange began to happen. It was like the baby's gaze reached right into him, melting his ice-cold heart. It must be true. Suddenly, he began to feel something he had never felt before, a warm feeling that he didn't understand. What could it be? Joy? Not wanting to miss out, he flew inside the barn. The Saviour has been born in my barn, he hooted with joy. He flew throughout the village, inviting all the other animals to come and see. His urge to be left alone had disappeared. This will do, he thought. And from that day forward, the grumpy owl wasn't grumpy anymore. If you'd like to find out more about Jesus, you can read all about him in a Bible. And if you're not sure where to find a Bible, ask at school or pop and see Father John here at St. Reed's Church.